Hello everyone, this is SC Hero or StarCraft Hero with another late night commentary. Currently it is 1:30. Yeah, 1:30. Anyway, this is a game between SlayersMMA and EGPuMa, and it is game number 4 in GSL. And currently Puma is up 2-1 out of best of 5s. So depending on who wins, this could be the last game, or we could get another game. And if we do go into another game, it's going to be intense because that's going to be all or nothing. But I'm guessing Puma or MMA is going to go a little bit of safer build, while Puma goes for a economical or a little bit risky move, just because he is one game ahead. And MMA for him, this is all in. Looks like MMA going for standard build, no gas yet, but Puma is going for gas once again. Of course, this is his third time getting gas in a row actually, and then last two times he have used it, it did succeed and got him the win, but I don't know if he's gonna be ready this time. It is fairly long rush distance, even in air or ground. Actually, in ground you can pretty much go straight, so it's not too big in air or ground. But MMA getting his own gas right now, and that is a very standard time. And MMA going for earlier scouts. I think that's standard time actually. Has standard time scouting, and Puma currently has nothing except MMA is going to see that gas and know it did went up early, so he will know some kind of tech plays on the way. Little harassment even since this factory goes down, and oh, that's a supply depot. I was wondering what that yellow dot was for a second, but does have marine out. MMA, I'm not seeing any response from him yet, but I think he will go for barracks play and then transition into factory play with that siege tank, maybe Hellions. And there goes the factory. Keep producing marines, having a little skirmish here. I think MMA came out on top until Puma's friend comes along. Nope, his friend is retreating too, and MMA retreating to his base as well, and dropping a base. Oh my goodness, getting his second gas. But if we see here, the starport for Puma has already gone down, and that tech lab completed and lifting off, so the starport can land and produce Banshees. If it's Raven, I don't know what's going on, but looks like MMA dropped his own starport, so I'm guessing it's gonna be a Banshee versus Banshees. And we have a little marine scouting around. Looks like the Banshee is on the way, no cloak, so that's kind of good news for MMA. But I wonder if he can defend against this. He is getting a reactor, and MMA getting a tech lab on the factory, so he will, no, that's for factory itself, so he's gonna produce a Viking off this starport instead of going his own Banshees. So he's starting his factory production a little bit earlier than what's his name, Puma. But Puma just now dropping his own base. But as you can see here, MMA's base is already done, converting into an orbital, and did a little damage against that reactor, but nothing significant. He hasn't lost it. Bring in an SCV to repair it as well, so he doesn't lose that, because that reactor does take quite a long time to build, and 50 gas and 50 mineral, which that's a lot of investment if you think about it. Time to build it and cost of the resources. Puma dropping a scan here, seeing what tech he has up, It looks like MMA is gonna drop it, and Puma is gonna be almost finished. So income wise, it's not gonna be terribly different. If you see the units tab, yeah, workers same. A little bit of diversity on the units, but here is the benches. He's gonna know exactly where MMA's unit's going to be, but he's bringing it back so it can help defense against his push if does happen. Leaving a marine right here, of course that is always a good thing, and decides to come back to his base to defend his what's called base. And man, my mouse accuracy is like way horrible today. Getting his gas a little bit earlier. MMA has not gotten his own third or fourth yet. That's because no, he did stop the bench of production, so he's gonna be start producing medevac, as we can see here. And oh, MMA decided to drop a reactor on the starport so he can get that double medevac production going, getting one more barracks, which is always good. More units means more firepower, right? Or more marines, because marines can pretty much counter everything they want, as long as they have that massive ball. We do see a Viking here, patrolling for a drop or that Banshee, but that Banshee is moving out or away from the base, so we probably won't. We'll try to see some harassment. It is on a attack move, and we do see a tank on the watchtower. Wow, that's kind of risky. If he lose that, he's going to have no tanks actually. Yeah, he's going to have no tanks, and Puma has two of his own. And let's see the production tab and see his tank, third way, almost halfway. Yeah, halfway done. MMA hasn't even started his siege mode, but getting an armory for infantry upgrade. But he doesn't even have 1-1 yet, so I don't know why he's getting an armor already. Maybe he's trying to transition into a factory play, but he hasn't dropped any more factories either. But we do see a 2 medevac loaded up, heading to Puma's base, while Puma's making his own push, losing that siege tank that was on this tower. And we have a handful of marine playing around, and we see a push here, but MMA, that's all he has against to defend against this force. And Puma has his siege tank down, so he's gonna take massive amount of damage. And we do see a push here, but it hasn't done anything. He had enough force to defend against this, and pulling SCV to defend it, while MMA not doing very well to defend against pushing his base, losing all SCVs. Let's see the units tab. Yeah, we only have 6 SCV left. Wow. I think that was just bad read on the MMA, just because he didn't really find where the his enemy unit positioning was before he made that drop play, which it could work sometimes, but most of the time it's gonna backfire, because I mean, yeah, this is what happened. You always want to know, or if not know, you semi want to know where the unit positioning is. So for example, if you just scan the base, here is, which most of the time you will leave your army here if you have your expansion. That means if you don't see the units here, that means they're somewhere in the middle. If you do see the army here, that means they're there, of course. So it's kind of risky to move into his base, but it's also risky when the unit's not there either, and you're taking half of your army and dropping into their base. Well, that means it's gonna give your enemy a chance to move into your base with the unit that was in the center. So that is what happened, but the only difference was Puma defended defended it very well, while MMA did not. I mean, that's obvious. He had a better unit composition when he moved in here, while MMA only had Marines, and Puma had a bunch of Marines lying around here, so he could defend it very efficiently, and pulling a lot of SCVs. I think there was, yeah, a lot of SCVs to soak up some of that damage as well. Anyway, this is game 4, and the series go to EGPuMa, which I was very surprised. Oh, yeah, I don't know what to say, cause I was thinking MMA was gonna win, cause his reputation is kind of not way better, but it is a little better than Puma's. So I was thinking that MMA has a greater chance of winning, but I guess not this time. I guess Puma was just more prepared than MMA. Anyway, this has been game number 4, and the winner is EGPuMa. This has been SC StarCraft. Of course I am SC StarCraft. What am I saying? I'm so tired right now. Anyway, this has been a SC Hero or StarCraft Hero, and I will see you next game.